Hello everyone, I am Dr. Mark, animal advocate, longtime rescuer, owner and director of Mark's Animal Rescue, 501c3 nonprofit, published author, journalist, and former deputy sheriff. Let me say that there are no horrendous pictures in this video. There is the one dog which is very skinny, and he is what this video is about. Please allow the video to be viewed in its entirety. We need our public to help us with animal rights and their welfare. Thank you. Let's continue. I want you to take a long, hard look at this picture. This innocent dog was adopted 1 month ago, healthy and happy. Today, she is skin and bones, starved, neglected, abused, and then dumped back at the shelter. The people responsible walked away without consequence. And why? Because our government and law enforcement continue to ignore their responsibility to protect the most vulnerable among us, our animals. The suffering of this dog and countless others like her is not just a tragic story, it is a failure of our system. Local governments create laws to protect animals, yet they do not enforce them. They allow abusers to adopt, neglect, and abandon animals with no accountability. They turn a blind eye while shelters, already overwhelmed, become dumping grounds for the abused, the unwanted, and the forgotten. When citizens report neglect and cruelty, what happens? Most of the time, nothing. Complaints are ignored, investigations are delayed, and in many cases, officers claim they don't have the resources to intervene. But what kind of society are we, if we can't even protect the most helpless among us? Let's be clear, animal abuse is a crime. Yet, time and time again, law enforcement refuses to treat it as such. If someone starves a child, they face criminal charges. But when someone starves a dog, they are free to walk away. How many times have people reported abuse only to be told, "It's just an animal," or "We have bigger priorities"? Law enforcement has no problem writing tickets for minor infractions, yet when an animal is locked in a scorching car, beaten or abandoned, officers claim their hands are tied. This is not just negligence, it is complicity in cruelty. We know that animal abuse is directly linked to violence against humans. Serial killers, domestic abusers, and violent criminals often start by harming animals. By ignoring animal cruelty, law enforcement is allowing dangerous individuals to continue their violence unchecked. We the people demand action. We demand that local governments create strict adoption policies and track individuals who return animals in horrific conditions. Allocate real resources to animal protection, ensuring that cases of abuse and neglect are investigated seriously. Establish animal control units with trained officers who understand and enforce animal welfare laws. Punish offenders, no more slaps on the wrist. Animal abusers should face criminal charges, just as they would for harming a human. Law enforcement must enforce animal cruelty laws with the same dedication as any other crime. Educate officers on the importance of recognizing and responding to abuse. Stop excusing neglect and cruelty under the guise of lack of resources or bigger priorities. This is not just about one dog. This is about thousands of animals suffering every day because our government and law enforcement refuse to do their job. We must speak up. Call your local officials. Demand change. Share these stories and let them know we will not stand by while animals continue to be abused with no consequences. The suffering of animals is a reflection of our society. Right now, that reflection is shameful. It's time to hold those in power accountable and demand justice for the voiceless. Thank you.